I don't think it's any surprise that in the United States, more and more women are waiting to start their family, whether they're on various methods of birth control or are waiting to start a family based on their relationship or their career and wondering, I wonder if I am going to be fertile when it's time to start my family. In the United States, the fertility rate and the infertility rate has continued to increase. So estimates are that about 1 in 8 women have some difficulty getting pregnant when they do decide to start their family. And the problem with ovulation is if you talk to women and follow their cycles, less than 20% of them are able to identify the fertile part of their cycle. Certainly over the years, lots of different methods have been used for women to clinically try to decide where they are ovulating, whether it's evaluating their own cervical mucus, using the urine LH kits, or doing basal body temperature. And the problem is none of those are very precise, very convenient, and for some women reinforces the fact that they're not pregnant and are currently trying to get pregnant. So something that was more user-friendly and more precise would certainly be helpful.
The Priya Personal Fertility System takes the guesswork and confusion out of predicting and confirming ovulation. Using real-time continuous core body temperature measurements, this new technology maximizes your chances of getting pregnant. Traditional methods of finding the fertile window typically rely on just one measurement per day. This single snapshot often misses the big picture of what's actually happening during your cycle. In reality, your hormone levels fluctuate in 24-hour rhythms, particularly during the follicular phase of your cycle, which is the phase prior to ovulation. Your core body temperature rises and falls with these hormonal changes, and when measured regularly, predictive patterns emerge that can indicate events such as impending ovulation during your cycle. By continuously measuring your core body temperature rather than measuring it once per day, Priya's app-based algorithm detects these patterns to more precisely predict your fertile window. OPKs typically work to identify a surge in luteinizing hormone with a single urine test per day. This surge can often occur less than 24 hours prior to ovulation. If you take the test at the wrong time, you may entirely miss your fertile window. On average, Priya notifies 4 days prior to ovulation, giving you and your partner more time to have intercourse when you're most likely to get pregnant. After you ovulate and enter your luteal phase, progesterone increases and causes a detectable rise in temperature, indicating that ovulation has occurred. The Priya app will send you an alert to confirm ovulation.
In the 004 study, approximately 50 cycles, and in those patients, they were able to adequately pick up the patient's core body temperature with the Priya sensor over 97% of the time. They also adequately predicted ovulation 2.7 days prior to the prediction of the LH surge. So a greatly increased planning time for patients to know when they're going to ovulate, when they'll be able to be together to work on conceiving. In the current study that we're doing, the 006, we're comparing the previous methods that women used to predict ovulation, them evaluating their own cervical mucus, doing home urine LH kits, and then adding in vaginal ultrasound and now predicting and tracking ovulation on ultrasound and comparing that to the prematemp results. Probably the most exciting finding in the study so far is we had 2 patients who did not have LH surge and would have assumed that they didn't ovulate that month. And yet, based on the ultrasound and on the Priya sensor, we documented ovulation. And so it's evidence that it's going to be superior to the LH surge, which isn't too surprising.
The Priya Fertility System includes an intravaginal sensor, a comfortable medical-grade silicone ring that you can insert in the comfort of your own home. Once you pair the Priya sensor with the Priya app, you can insert the sensor and your work is done. The sensor automatically syncs with the Priya app and does the work for you.
So overall, patients have been extremely happy with it. They find it effortless, extremely accurate, very precise, and it empowers them knowing what exactly is going on with their fertile cycle, what are their maximum days to increase their chances of conceiving and getting pregnant. One of the nice things about the app that's on the patient's phone that links to the Priya sensor is that she's able to share that information with me. So she can digitally send it to me. If she wants to share it with her husband, it is shareable, and yet it's still very private within their phone. And I think that's going to be another big advantage.
The Priya system gives you a window into what is happening inside your body, empowering you to take control of your fertility.